am somehow more than halfway through my second pregnancy and I just don't know where the time is going. So by the time this video goes out, I will be 21 weeks pregnant, because I am 20 weeks and 5 days pregnant today. And it's just going so fast. Like, I remember my pregnancy flying with a Lula once I got past the first trimester, but this second pregnancy is literally just flown the whole way through. Like, it's another level, and it's actually scary. Like, it's stressing me out because I feel like I'm not treasuring it and enjoying it. It's just literally slipping away under my fingers, and it's just like, oh, it's horrible. But anyway, this video is going to be my week 17 to 2021 pregnancy update, filling you in on how I've been feeling, what's been happening. I had my anomaly scan, so updating you on that, and just having a little bit of a catch up really. So like I said, I am 20 weeks and 5 days pregnant today, and since I last checked in at 17 weeks, I have been feeling physically much better. The sickness has completely gone. The headaches have stopped. So that must have been, like I thought it was, hormones going into the second trimester, or yeah, I don't really know, but they've gone, and that's the main thing. So that's really great. I have been having some lower back pain. I think I'm just really tight in my back because of my pelvis tilting forward, where my bump has now grown. I think I'm just really tight in the back, so I'm just trying to like make sure in the gym I'm doing lots of like stretching and back body expansion, so breathing into the back of my ribs and into my back muscles, just to take the load off of it a little bit, because as you can imagine, as your pelvis tilts forward, say this is your pelvis or my pelvis and this is my bump, it can tilt your pelvis forward, so then your back is just going to get a little bit more tighter. So I'm just trying to make sure that I keep my back strong, but I'm also getting some length there as well, because yeah, it's not really bad, it's not stopping me from doing anything, and it's not like I'm in agony or anything like that. It's just like every now and again I'll be like, oh, my lower back's hurting a little bit, and it's just more uncomfortable than it is painful, if that makes sense. But I think I'm doing the right things in the gym to combat it, and yeah, just making sure that I'm looking after myself really. The only other real symptom that I've been having is dreams. Oh my goodness, the pregnancy dreams are insane. I think because Alula is sleeping more now as well, so most nights she will kind of sleep through. She gets up really early, but she kind of sleeps through. The last couple of nights she has been waking up at 3 AM. Don't know why. Maybe she's a witch. Isn't that like witching hour, 3 AM? But yeah, because I'm getting a lot more sleep than what I've been used to the last 18 months of her being alive. It's been lovely, but I have been dreaming so hard. And I remember having weird dreams when I was pregnant with Alula as well. And it's just like, oh, they're just so real. And it's funny because I actually had a dream that this baby was a girl. Like, I had my scan, and there for some reason there was scan photos that I hadn't seen, and when I looked on them I seen like a vulva. Like, it was an ultrasound picture, but it was like a vulva. It was so real, and I woke up like, oh my god, this baby's a girl. And then I realised, no, it's a dream, and I still don't know the gender. So yeah, still don't know the gender even after my scan, and just, yeah, but now I'm kind of feeling like maybe it's a girl because of that dream. But then some people have said you normally dream about the opposite sex, so maybe it's a boy. But honestly, I am just so 50-50. I really don't know. Here's my little girl here, she wants to be involved. So like I mentioned, I had my 20-week scan. I actually had it a couple of weeks ago. I was like 19 weeks. Yeah, it was 19 weeks exactly when I had it. And I've got some lovely pictures, really beautiful pictures. I'll actually upload like a picture of it there because you won't be able to see it very well. But really lovely pictures, and everything was okay at the scan actually. All of the measurements are looking lovely. Just so relieved to see the heart beating away straight away. That was the first thing I seen, because as I've mentioned before, because I experienced an early loss before this pregnancy, my anxiety and just worry has been so high this pregnancy. So I got myself in a bit of a tiz leading up to this scan, because I just kept telling myself the worst, and they were going to tell me bad things, or something bad, or something was going to be wrong. So yeah, I was so relieved when I seen you can't have that, baby. I was just so relieved to see a little heart beating away straight away. All of the measurements were looking good. She said everything looks normal, nothing looks like she should be concerned about it. She did ask me if I wanted to know the gender, and I said no, I want to keep it a surprise. So she purposely like didn't spend too much on that area. I really thought that maybe I would see something and I would come away like knowing, because I would have like seen, but I honestly didn't see anything and I have no idea, and to be honest I don't really know what I'm looking for anyway. There was a moment actually where I started panicking, because basically when she did all the checks on baby, she just needed to check my placenta was in a like good position and it wasn't like blocking the exit or anything like that. So she said that's what she was going to do, and then she said, she basically said, have you got much time? Like, do you need to rush off? Because my womb was contracting, like I was having some Braxton Hicks, which is completely normal. I couldn't feel it though, to be honest, which I thought I would, but couldn't feel it. So it was just making it harder for her to see, and it made it look like my placenta was low lying and it was like blocking the exit. So she basically said, if you haven't got to rush off, instead of you having to come back for another scan, if you just go sit outside for 15 minutes, have a wee, have a drink, just like sort of relax and try and get your womb to relax, and then come back in and I'll rescan just that area. Which I did, and then when I come back in, she said no, it's still contracting, which was really strange, but it did ease off as she was actually scanning me. So everything was okay, basically. It's not low lying, and I was just really worried because I know that as your bump grows, the placenta can move up anyway and move out of the way, so it's not always a concern. But I was just worried because I know that sometimes a low lying placenta can mean you have to scale back your exercise or you can't do certain things. So I was just like dreading her telling me that I've got a low lying placenta and I can't exercise or whatever. I was just thinking the worst, as I always do. But everything was fine. According to the little report that they give you at the end, baby was weighing at 19 weeks 246 grams, which is 0.9 ounces, which is just crazy. It just blows my mind that I'm that big, but the baby doesn't even weigh half a bag of sugar or whatever. It's just crazy. I have no idea if that's a good or not weight. Everything on the scale was in the like lines, the percentile lines. So yeah, come away from that feeling really, really good, but just blows my mind every time that 20-week scan is the last like official scan you have. So unless you do have a private scan, the next time you will see your baby, unless you are referred for like growth scans or anything like that, will be when you give birth to them. So it just blows my mind that you have that halfway through and then nothing. So I'm definitely going to be booking a 4D scan. I did it with Alula. I just think they're absolutely amazing, and I just want that extra reassurance as well. Also because I've been to all my scans on my own, not because I had to. I am allowed to take one adult, but they don't allow children in, and Dan had to watch Alula, so he couldn't come in with me. So we're going to book a private 4D scan just so Alula and Dan can both come in with me and Dan can see the baby and stuff. So I think I did it with Alula at, I think I was 30 weeks. Yeah, I was 30 weeks when I did it with Alula, so I'm thinking about doing it around the same time, maybe 28 weeks in case this baby's bigger, because I know if you leave it too late, they're just too big and it's too squished in there, so you can't see a lot. So I think, yeah, maybe in about 7 weeks time, I'm going to go for a 4D scan, which makes me excited. But yeah, that was the update for my anomaly scan anyway. The movements of this baby have really, really ramped up I would say the last 2 weeks or so, so probably since I was... Probably 3 weeks actually, probably since I was like 18 weeks. My goodness, I thought Alula was active when I was pregnant, but this baby is another level. Like, I feel them all the time. They're so strong as well. Like, they've got to the point where they can be seen and felt like from the outside, so Dan can feel them. And it's just, I can't believe how strong they are. Like, it's making me nervous that the baby's huge or something, but I know it's not. But yeah, movements are really, really strong and regular, which is so reassuring. I'm feeling them loads as well, so it's just so, so nice. We still haven't decided on a name for this baby yet, and it's stressing me out a little bit because both me and Dan are so fussy when it comes to names, and I think it's making it harder that we don't know the gender, so it's like we can't even narrow it down to a boy or a girl's name. I do like unisex names though, to be fair, but I honestly don't think I've found one name yet that I might potentially use. Like, I can think of a few names that I really like, but I'm one of them people that if I know someone with that name, I won't use it for my child because I just think of that person. And I know, like, where does it end with things like that, but I don't know, I just think naming your baby is such a huge thing. I have to be completely like set and certain on the name, and it's just stressing me out. Like, I find it, not that I'm not bonding with this baby, but I find it harder to bond when you haven't got a name for them, and like, I just think when you can talk to them and say their name, it just makes it a lot more nicer and stuff. My worst fear is that this baby's going to be born and we still won't have a name for them. Like, I just hate the thought of having a newborn baby and them not having a name and like worrying about what we're going to call it. So I'm hoping that, like when I was pregnant with Alula, a name will just come to me and I'll say it to Dan and we'll both be like, that's the name. I'm gonna do a video actually on baby names that I like but won't be using, so look out for that one. But at the moment, can't do that yet because we still haven't actually got a name that we are definitely or maybe thinking of using. It's just crazy. So if anyone has got any ideas, boy or girl, for, I like unique names, I like quite short names. I also kind of like the idea of another A name to go with Alula, but I'm not 100% on that. Like, that's not a definite. But yeah, so if anyone's got any unique baby names, please drop them in the comments below because I need help. The thing that I am struggling with the most, so physically I'm feeling okay. Like, I'm having a little bit of back pain every now and again, but everything's fine, no headaches, no sickness, all of that is cleared. The thing that I'm struggling the most with, and I feel like there's a theme with this because I say it in all of the pregnancy update videos, is mentally. Like, I have the biggest brain fog. Like, I feel like I never got my full brain capacity back after having Alula, like the baby brain, and then yeah, I feel like I never got that back, and now I'm pregnant again, I've got baby brain and mum brain, and just yeah, when I'm a productive person, I thrive when I'm being productive and organised and working on things, and that's making me really frustrated because when I go to do something, my brain is just blank. Like, there's literally tumbleweed across my brain. I just can't think of what I want to do or what I need to do, or it's just so frustrating. I can't even explain it. And I'm really struggling with like sensory overload. So I'm quite a sensitive person, so loud noises, strong smells, bright lights, like really get to me. Sorry, Alula's playing with her piano down here if you can hear that. So yeah, that I'm finding that really hard as well. Like, if the washing machine's going and Alula's crying and the dog's barking, I'm literally just like, oh, so stressed, and I'm finding I'm getting stressed a lot more, and I just feel very touched out and overloaded by the end of the day. So I'm finding that really hard, but trying to like just get on with it. I think the hardest thing for me is, it's the best thing for me, is that Alula doesn't go to nursery or anything, so I'm in an amazing position where I can be with Alula every single day. I can take her to work with me, like in the gym and stuff like that. So I'm really so grateful for that, because I know that some people would kill for that, but at the same time it's really hard. And I think from the outside looking in, it looks amazing, like, oh, you can take your baby to work with you, and you know, you don't miss a single part of their like growing up, which again, I'm so grateful for, that I haven't missed a thing. I'm with her every day, all day. Like, she's my first baby, I will never get these days back. I'm so glad that I'm not missing a single part of her like toddlerhood, babyhood. But like I said, from the outside looking in, it looks all fine and dandy, but it's actually really hard. And like, I crave sometimes just kind of being alone, or like having a shower by myself, or going to the toilet by myself. Like, most of the time when I have a shower, I've got Alula behind the shower curtain crying because she can't see me and she just absolutely hates it. And when I go to the toilet, I've got her pulling at my leggings. Like, it's just, yeah, and I crave sometimes just that one-to-one adult connection. I think that's a massive part for like mental health, and I just, yeah, sometimes I really miss that. So when I am training a client in the gym, like, even though Alula's still there, she's with Dan in the gym, that one-to-one time with an adult is just like, it gives me such a boost. So I'm finding that quite hard, but like I said, so grateful that I'm in the position to be able to do that. I wouldn't want her to go to nursery. She gets plenty of social interaction when we go to soft play and with family and friends and in the gym, so I'm not worried about like any of that. But yeah, it's just really hard trying to juggle being a mum, working, running a business, looking after myself, seeing friends, all of that kind of stuff. And I think if you're a mum, then you completely get it. Like, the juggle is real, the struggle is real, and it's just really overwhelming sometimes. But like I said, I'm trying to remain grateful that I'm in a position like this. And yeah, but I think it's just, yeah, pregnancy hormones are probably intensifying the way that I feel. Stopping breastfeeding has helped slightly, because it's helped with me feeling touched out and having aversions and getting a little bit irritated. That didn't happen that much, but it did start happening when I fell pregnant. And since she stopped feeding, she has been sleeping so much better, which obviously sleep is huge for health. So I'm grateful that I'm having good sleep now. It's still not always undisturbed. Like I said, the last couple of nights she has been waking up, but it's so much better than it was, and I do feel better for that. But I think that is all I have to update you on for these last few weeks. Not much has changed, I've just got bigger. I have put on some more weight, obviously, because I'm pregnant and the baby's growing. So I think I've put on about 5.5 kilos now, like since pre-pregnancy this time. So 5 kilos, what's that? Hey Siri, what is 5.5 kilos in pounds?
12.13 pounds.
So about 12 pounds. I've put on about 12 pounds now, which that's fine. Like, that's a pretty healthy weight gain, I think. I'm not worried about my weight gain. Like I said, with the Lula, I've put on a lot more weight at this point. I feel bigger, I look bigger. I'll show you the bump. So this is the bump at the moment. So yeah, I've definitely got bigger. I feel like every day when I look in the mirror, I actually feel bigger, and I'm just growing so quickly now. Maybe I'll insert like a picture here of my bump, I don't know, a few weeks ago or something, and just compare the growth. But yeah, I'm so grateful for the growth, because obviously it means that baby is growing. I'll be intrigued to see what my bump is measuring, like when you go to the midwife and they start measuring your bump. I'll be intrigued to see what I'm measuring, because I definitely feel bigger, but I think it's in my head. It definitely depends on what I'm wearing as well. Like, obviously some things make you look bigger than others. I find black makes me look smaller. But yeah, I'll be intrigued to see what I am measuring. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave this video here. I probably have forgot things, because I always stop recording and think, oh, I forgot to mention that, but never mind. That is all I'm going to say for this little pregnancy update. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. I like sharing all things pregnancy, motherhood and fitness related. So if you enjoy that kind of content, be sure to subscribe. Give me a little thumbs up and drop a comment below if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.